Welcome back, folks, to Let's Replay Mystic Quest, and when last we left off, we fought our way through the ice cave and defeated Kari, or is it Kari? It doesn't matter either way, because that boss is now dead, and the curse on Lorim will now be lifted. More importantly, we got a decent sword for our troubles, a sword made entirely of ice. Don't ask me how it survives when we leave the snowfields, because it would have likely melted if it weren't infused with icy magic or some such. We actually don't want to equip the ice sword right now, because as you can imagine in a snowfield, the ice sword is rather useless. We also don't want to have the flame chain equipped right now, because we need to go back to Lorim, and Spriggy Steve isn't affected by the flame chain. So we're going to go and use the Morning Star and head back to Lorim. And then Cibba will be able to give us all the information we need to progress in the game. We're going to be doing a fair amount of exploration pretty soon, which will give us quite an opportunity to accumulate money and buy new equipment. Because we really need new equipment. Hello there, Mr. Snowman! And one more hit here, and another hit, and you are gone. The snowmen are really weak to the flame chain. It's 3 hits as opposed to 1. And one of these enemies does poison, and I can't remember which one it is. I don't want to find out by getting hit by one of them and then being poisoned, because poison at this point deals a lot of damage. Might as well kill you though. 1, 2, and 3. Excellent. We want to move forward and out of here as quickly as we can and get Chocobot back, because Chocobot is waiting just beyond the snowfields for us. And we might as well heal here. Marvellous. Get to full health. There is a sword that I'm actually missing, and that is the Blood Sword. I thought that we got the Blood Sword later on in the game. No! You get the Blood Sword in Castle Glaive, and I completely missed it because I found the correct route immediately. Quite by chance. Ah well, it's not like the Blood Sword was amazing and heals you for the amount of damage that you deal, and thus is really good for getting through the game if you're mostly a warrior. It's a really good sword, and I'm a little sad that I missed it, but as you can see we don't really need it especially. We're doing just fine with all the equipment that we have. That said, having the Blood Sword would have been good against the Lich. But either way, we are almost out of the snowfields. Time to attack these, living snowmen, and then move on. 1 more to go, and you should be gone. Marvellous. Down here is Chocobot, waiting diligently for us. And we're going to use Chocobot to get all the way to Lorim. Go, Chocobot! Get us to Lorim as fast as you can! And there are some trees we have to get rid of. Ah well, let's now get rid of those trees, shall we? We'll use the were-axe for this. There we are. And another hit there, and all the trees are gone. And because somebody mentioned it, I should say that when you use magic while you're at maximum will, you gain a much better spell casting because of it. Which means that using Cure when you have maximum will heal you for more. Using Fire when you have maximum will deal more damage, and this is something I never actually knew. And I'm glad that people have been mentioning it. Otherwise, I would never have realised why sometimes I was being healed for more, and sometimes I was being healed for less, and we really want to get rid of something here. Let's get rid of this Cure. It's by now quite useless. An X-Cure, on the other hand, is much more useful. Goodbye, easy to defeat enemies. You are dead. And we might as well get rid of these Spriggy Steves. And we got hit by one of them, and we didn't turn into a Moogle. That's handy, because I'd have had to have run away, and then they'd have come back when I got back onto the screen. We are now at Lorim. Chocobot will wait patiently while we go and talk to everyone. Like you! Welcome to Lorim. Thank you, we've already been here, but thanks for the introduction. And remember that there was somebody that was frozen beyond this locked door? You'd think the door would be unlocked now, right? Wrong. We need to use a key to open the door to talk to this NPC. Is it worth it? Well, let's find out. Wow, good morning. No, it is not worth it. Do not waste a key opening that door. You will gain nothing for doing so. We're now going to go and talk to the ruler of Lorim. Hopefully he has something good to tell us. Or maybe he'll reward us with lots of money. That's very unlikely, but we can hope. Thank you so much. Cibba is waiting in the other room. And as a reward? Surely doing good is reward enough. I suppose. Indeed. Go see Cibba now, and good luck, hero. I'll never be able to afford my armor made of platinum and crusted with rubies and jewels. What was that? We have a suit of that down in the basement. But you wouldn't want it. Yes, I would want that. It would be amazing. By the logic of this world, having a suit of armor like that would be the greatest suit of armor in the world. It would have the highest defense stats. No, you wouldn't want that. I'll just keep it in the basement. Time to go talk to Cibba, I guess. Cibba is in the other room over here, and if we go north, he'll just be walking around, and we'll go and talk to him. Might as well heal up while we're at it. There we go. Hello, Cibba, how are you? Are you well? He's probably rather worried about the situation the world's in. Received bone key. Why are you giving me this? I've no time to explain. Take this key and I'll give you important instructions on where to find the legendary sword. But don't you want to hear about how doomed the world is? I can see how doomed the world is, Jime. It's Cibba. Oh, who cares how you pronounce it? The world is in peril. I care. Go up the wide river by the Anno-I-mite coast. Go beyond the Anno-I-mite coast to Float Rocks. Use this key at the cave in the Float Rocks. The guardian monster has the legendary sword. I'll tell you the rest when you return with it. Now go. You're not going to tell me what the guardian does? Nope, I'm going to let you figure that out all by yourself. Like a true hero. Why does being a hero mean that nobody rewards you and nobody tells you what you need to do? Well, you're the hero. Surely you'll figure it out. That's just an excuse for you to be lazy, isn't it? Yes, indeed. Now off you go. Off I go indeed. I vaguely know where we need to go, and it's going to be quite a long walk. That's why I'm going to detour just a little bit. We're going to use Chocobot here to head over to Wendell so that we can get all of our MP back. Might as well get all of it back before we go to a very, very dangerous area. Over here we go, and down, and onto the water. I still have no idea how having robotic legs lets you run on water, but hey, it seems to work. It seems to work very well indeed. Goodbye, enemies that will never ever fight. Hello, other enemies that will never fight again, as we go over to Wendell, which I do believe is over here. There we go. A little bit more in this direction. And we need to, is it up here? It might be up here. Yes, it is up here. I nearly went way too far east there. We'll even ignore you and get off the Chocobot here and rest for 10 whole GP. What a bargain. Good morning. I see you survived the snowfields. Where are you off to now? I'm off to Float Rocks. Oh, wow, you're gonna die so much. Good night. Good morning. And off we go to Float Rocks. That is a way of saying that the continent is floating. So we're going to go there on our Chocobot, because of course the Chocobot can reach it. Don't ask me how that works, it just does. Or maybe it means that the rocks are floating on the ocean, and not in the air. That is where we're going to have to go. And to get there, we're going to have to take quite a detour. We're going to have to actually head down here, and here is a place where there's really no reason for you to go. At all. This is the route we need to go. Down here, and ignoring that, heading further down, and into here. It will now change to a river, and we follow the river until we find a place that we can disembark. Whereupon, we're going to fight our way through all of that. Alright, off we go, and we really, really want the ice sword equipped here. At least I think we do. And this is when the ice sword does absolutely nothing. These enemies are very tough. They deal a lot of damage, but fortunately we have a really good sword and we have quite a lot of power, so we should be okay for the most part. There are a number of shops along the way that we really want to take advantage of. I believe there are 2 weapon shops and 1 item shop, and there is also a place where you can heal up for free if you want to, so going to Wendell to heal was a little bit pointless. But I didn't remember that that place was there, and we're a Moogle. It's a good thing that place is here, because we'd be dead otherwise. really don't like it when we get turned into a Moogle. We're going to spin this sword around and deal with you first, so that we don't get turned into a Moogle. There we go, much better. We could use that to head into that inner area, but we're going to level up first and gain lots and lots of power. Now we have 40 power. Excellent. Now the ice sword deals a lot of damage. What is over here? Well, there are some of these enemies, and we really don't want to fight those enemies. Maybe we need to head further in first and check to see if the shop is there. It might be. We're going to find all of the shops before we go into the dungeon in question that Cibba wants us to enter, because we need that equipment. Our equipment is becoming quite useless now. I mean, having the opal helmet for a start isn't very good. I mean, that is a very old helmet. Over here is the way we entered this area, so we don't want to do anything there. We'll avoid you for now. Never mind, we can't avoid you. Also, look at the damage we sustained there. 30 hit points from a single hit. That is not good at all. But getting loads of money from defeating these enemies is rather impressive. We'll head down here and hopefully there'll be something that we can do. Is there a shop that we can visit? There is one somewhere. Ah. Do we need to use the Morning Star to take care of these? Only one way to find out, and the answer is yes, and the Morning Star is really good at taking care of that enemy. And here is the top of a castle. I think this might be the top of Wendell. I don't remember, but it might be. In here is a shop. And what does this shop sell? But it sells loads of items. We could do with another key, actually, but we can't even carry that key. And we can't attack the shopkeeper. Accidentally did that because you're meant to walk into the shopkeeper to buy and sell things. We're going to get rid of that ruby. We're also going to get rid of this flame because we don't need that. And we're going to get rid of... what else are we going to get rid of? Absolutely nothing. But we are going to buy one more key. Brilliant. Goodbye and see you when I see you. Which is probably never, because we are very unlikely to ever come back to this location. I thought about switching weapons, but there's really no need to. Let us defeat you. And there we go. You are gone. What is down here? But an area that we can go to. And here is an X-Cure. Always nice to find an X-Cure. We really want to find the weapon shops before we leave this area. If memory serves, we might actually want to head up to do that, because I think heading down is how we get to the floating rocks cave. So we're going to backtrack, now that we found that item shop and we know where it is, and we're going to go and equip the flame chain, because we're going to need that to navigate around. There we go. 78 damage with the flame chain. Not bad. Can we defeat these enemies easily? No, we can't, because not surprisingly, they can't be hit by the flame chain. We're going to go this way, and very carefully head... oh, careful. This is the area that we've already been to. Thought it was worth double checking. And over we go! And hit this enemy a few times, and we're going to head up. There we go. Very carefully we're going to head up, because of the fact that we're getting hit by loads and loads of fireballs. Fortunately, fireballs don't really bother us that much, but they do change the direction that we're facing, so you do need to be careful. Up we go! Is this where the weapon shop is? It's either where the weapon shop is, or where the entrance to the dungeon is, and I'd rather find the former first. Off we go, though, fighting loads of monsters as we go. This may be the way towards the, there we go, just to hit you a few times. This may be the way towards the shop, which is good, because we really need more stuff, and we can't carry anything else. What do these enemies carry? I think we can get rid of an X-Cure quite safely. And here is an opal. That wasn't worth it at all. Never mind, eh? Maybe we can sell the opal at the shop that we find. This is when we don't find the shop, isn't it? Well, that was handy. Aha! I was right. A weapon shop is up here. What do you have? The answer is you have ice armor. We probably want the ice armor. And we still haven't found another helmet. That is unfortunate. But we'll equip the ice armor anyway. Is it really good? The answer is... it is rather good. Don't ask me how it's good, but it's pretty good. Off we go now, back the way we came, because we need to go and find that dungeon, and we really need to defeat this enemy. Excellent. We will wait a little while and head over to this side, and then we'll just attack these enemies with the chain. Excellent. Flying manta rays? No thank you. We can defeat you with this chain. We could be using Chocobot here, but to be honest, I like the opportunity to earn more money, especially when we're about to find even more things that we can buy, because I think there is another weapon shop along the way. And we can't even reach that chest. It's floating in the middle of the water, and we can't use Chocobot to retrieve it. Ah well, onwards we go, Jim. Heroics and bravery await, and going into a mysterious dungeon to defeat a mysterious guardian. I do wish Cibba would have explained a little bit better what we were up against, but never mind. And we'll head this way, and backtrack, because we can't easily head over to that side. We have to head up first, and then over here. Much better. And more enemies have appeared because we left one of them alive, which is nice because we need to recoup all the money we spent on that ice armor. And we still don't have an ice helmet. That's not very ice at all. We'll just take care of you. Ouch. And we'll need to hit you. There we go. Oh, one more hit, I think. I have no idea what you're meant to be. At all. Not a single clue. But that's alright, because we're going to head down here, head back the way we came. I really should have headed up first, because that would have made the rest of this a lot easier. And now we're going to re-equip that Morning Star, because we need it. It's such a versatile item. Imagine getting to here and not having the Morning Star, and then you have to use the Mattock to get through all of this. That would be rubbish. Very rubbish indeed. That foe is gone. And we don't want to head that way, we want to head... We could head this way? Nope, no point heading that way. We'll just head down instead, and make some more progress. Goodbye, enemy! You're meant to be some kind of turtle foe. You are now gone. And we can resist those flames as long as we're facing them. Such is the ice shield that really should have melted by now. If we head in, do we find a shop here? There's only one way to find out, and that is to have a look. Because there are more shops. There is at least one more weapon shop if memory serves. The answer is, doing that was entirely pointless, but we do want to head over to there. So we need to head up and then around. At least that's what I think we have to do. Yes indeed, we have to head up and around. Over this bridge, and this way. Hello enemies! You are now gone, and I'm slowly recouping the money I spent on all this armor. It's going to take a long while, and we killed that enemy twice according to the sounds, and we got another level up. More wisdom, please! Excellent. 40s across the board. Very good stats indeed. Now, if we head left here, we'll find this place. We wanted to find this place. It's another weapon shop, and they only sell the Thunder Spear. We want the Thunder Spear. Why? Because the Thunder Spear is a fantastically powerful weapon. How good? This good. It is 86 in power. I don't think we need the Wind Spear anymore, but we'll hold on to the Wind Spear just in case. Let's see how effective it is against these foes. There we go. Brilliant. And do we want to get rid of something to pick that up? Well, we can get rid of the Opal. There we are. And what do we get? We get an X-Cure. We swapped an X-Cure for an Opal, and then an Opal for an X-Cure. We gain nothing, but we do have another amazing spear weapon, which is always handy. Now we want to head down here, and find the way towards that dungeon. We're likely not going to do anything in the dungeon in particular for the moment, because the dungeon is rather large. And we're nearly there. 2 hits there, in one swing. Excellent. We're getting rather close, if memory serves, and memory is not serving me very well. After all, I did miss the blood sword, so I may be miles away. There we go, a little bit of healing. And that is not the way we want to go. Is this the way we want to go? Well, there's a thing here that we can have a look at. Let's have a look in here, shall we? What will we find? Will we find an inn? No, it's just somebody walking around. Hello, you. Ah, you're selling stuff. You sell quite a lot of nice stuff at X Ethers for 640 each, and Flame 2, Blaze 2, Frost 2, and Lit Bolt 2, which is Lightning Bolt and Thunder 2. There we go. And and he spun around a lot there after we finished looking at his wares. Really happy to get some customers. You really should relocate to somewhere a little bit less perilous. You get more customers that way. There we are. And we'll just, careful. One hit there, and one hit there, and you are gone. Marvellous. A little bit of healing, and we'll go and find this entrance to this cave. We really need to find the entrance to this cave. It shouldn't be too far away now. We don't want to go down there, we want to go around here. And here is a, I really don't think we should be here right now. And we shouldn't be here right now. This is entirely the wrong way. So we need to head away from here and try and find the entrance to that dungeon. Then we can go into the dungeon and defeat the Guardian. That will then mean that we can get the item in question, and it's not that way again. Am I getting lost? Maybe I am. This place, after all, is rather large. And very maze-like in some regards. I think we're getting close, though. Do we want to head up here and to the right? Maybe we do. Aha! This is where we needed to go. That is the entrance, so we need to head the other way in. So we actually need to go all the way around and then head west. But at least we found where we need to go. No more random wanderings for Jim. He knows exactly where he needs to be. He knows where his towel is. Not in his inventory. Perhaps he should ask somebody to loan them theirs. And we need to go past this shop, didn't notice that before, to get to the entrance of this dungeon. And when we come back, folks, we'll begin to explore this dungeon. Hopefully we won't die horribly when we're in there. I hope not, anyway. We may die horribly when we're in there. So I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later.